Hello, welcome on in, guys. Unoptimized Fool here from the closet. I'm glad to have you. I want to talk about 11.0.5. Now, I've been talking about this patch for a long time, but honestly, it's a good patch to talk about, and a lot of new information is kind of flowing out from Blizzard Entertainment. Now, what is there to talk about anymore? Well, guess what, guys? Time walking. So, as you know, the system is currently, like, for example, is Monday, last day of the Burning Crusade time walking event. And when you go into a dungeon, you are scaled down to the content, right? Now, there's some consequences to this scale down. What is that consequence? The consequence is sometimes there's some weird scaling issues where, for example, I sometimes just randomly get aggro, which is fine. You know, that happens in time walking dungeons, really, with lower levels, and I just get one shot or two shot. Now, obviously, I'm a DPS, especially a cloth, right? I was running through my mage, and yeah, I'm supposed to get destroyed by enemies, but a one-shot, two-shot, it's a weird scaling issue. Also, just random damage coming at you. There's a lot of scaling issues. So Blizzard's obviously been seeing this, and what they're doing is, instead of us scaling down to the content is going to scale up to us. Now, we've seen this before. Chromie time, right? So Chromie time, if you're not familiar, you talk to Chromie, and you can level up going through all the experience. Now, if you're a new player, you have to go through Dragonflight. It's just that's a requirement. But on your second character, or if you're a seasoned veteran of World of Warcraft, you can go and pick your expansion from Classic all the way up to the last expansion, Dragonflight. So you can do anything you want, right? So in Chromie time, the content scales to you, right? And basically, there's no real weird scaling issues. Obviously, there's one or two maybe here and there. There's never an issue. But that system is coming to time walking, which I think is perfect because I've had a lot more problems scaling down the content than when content is scaled up to me, right, with Chromie time, right? I've never been like one shot during when I'm doing a Warlords of Draenor content. Now, obviously, they do hit hard, and obviously that's okay. And, you know, also, by the way, Dragonflight is kind of easy now, and with that content for the new player experience, that video has been made and talked about, but I'm gonna still gripe about it, right? If you don't know, look for it on the channel. But guys, I just want to let you know that this thing is happening, right? This is not going to be pushed before 11.0.5. When 11.0.5 comes out, there's going to be classic time walking, and then the system will be enabled, right? So instead of us scaling down to the content, we're going to scale up, right? So the content's going to scale up. Now, I'm assuming that they made this change now because they're including a new system in with Classic. And I've noticed that the farther away you get with expansions, say, for example, I do Warlords of Draenor content, I don't really see that scaling issue, but the lower I get with expansions, especially the Burning Crusade this last week, there's a lot of weird scaling issues. So I'm assuming that when they were adding this Classic, you know, time walking into the rotation, they're like, wow, we're really, you know, dealing with a lot of scaling issues. This is crazier than even Burning Crusade. That's when they decided to switch. So I'm glad they're switching. It's a good system for Chromie time. I've never had an issue with Chromie time. I mean, to be fair though, I don't do Chromie time a lot. So guys, what do you guys think about this system? You think scaling the content up to us is the better idea? Do you have any issues with Chromie time? Because I haven't yet, but I've had a lot of issues doing time walking. But guys, I just want to talk about this video. Thank you for being here, Unoptimized Fool from the closet. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.